Have you ever wondered why some families look very strong on the outside, only for you to realize that they are breaking on the inside? Sometimes we've been wondering, what's wrong? I thought they loved each other. I thought that this family was the best family I've ever seen. But the truth is, there are things that are sometimes even silent that they themselves don't even know about. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the two powerhouses or the two power forces that disrupts any family, no matter what the principles and the values of the families are. Point number one, entitlement breeds ingratitude. How did I come about this particular point? So I've realized that over the past 3 months, I've never actually said thank you to some of the basic things that are being done for me. Even the fact that I'm using the word basic should show you how much I feel like I deserve it. So for instance, I've been living with my mom and then my little sister, and then every day, anytime I wake up, there's food in the house, and then anytime I get hungry, there's always something to eat. Now the interesting thing is that recently I've been getting angry over a lot of little things, like you interrupting my sleep because you are going to tell me that I should come and eat, you telling me to go to the grocery shop to get something to bring to the house so that we could cook it. Yeah, stuff like that. It gets me angry too. Recently I was thinking about this particular topic, that why do I feel so entitled, as though some of us feel so entitled that we don't ever say thank you for anything. So recently it just occurred to me, and then I just realized that this is entitlement, and this is spoiling a lot of relationships, especially the relationship that has to come with like a divine orchestration, something that God has already put in place for you. Like our parents, our parents do a lot of things for us and we don't even say thank you. Some of us even receive a call from our parents and we feel like it's burdensome because we want to have a good time. It's interesting just to ask those who do not have parents how they will feel if somebody should always be checking up on them and be sending them texts. Where are you? What are you doing? How is your day? This is one of the detrimental forces that is disrupting your family because you're not paying attention to. Point number two, familiarity destroys honor. Over the years, I've realized that a lot of people tend to feel like I'm attached to my family, and they think that is because I'm being pampered. But what they don't realize is that when I was little, my dad taught us something very, very basic. I know you can go against it, but that's up to you. For me, it has helped me a lot, and it was correction doesn't go upwards. One of the beautiful things that it did was that I never entered into an argument with any of my elder siblings, because I knew that if I did, I was going to fail. Regardless what my point was, there will not be enough time even given to me to explain it. Growing up, I didn't get the wisdom in that, but now I understand that. One of the beautiful things that it did was that it gave me the opportunity to honor my elder siblings and take their point of view more important than mine, so that I could honor them. Now sometimes, obviously, they were not always going to give me a right decision or a right suggestion. But however, if I did yes first and it didn't work, and I explained to them why I wanted to do mine, it gave us the respect, the mutual respect, to be able to say, okay, it didn't work this way, so Gabriel, try your own. And that is how I've built a very beautiful relationship with my siblings, because I honor them. And let me just tell you another interesting story. So one time I was in church, and then my elder brother can really dance. So my elder brother is a dancing star. He's standing on stage. He's really dancing, and then I'm standing by these two very interesting people. Yeah, they were girls, of course, and they were staring at me and going like, wow, the boy can really dance. Wow, the guy in the middle, he's just so good. And like, I'm standing there, I'm staring at him, I'm like, really? I can't really see the awesomeness, I can't see the beauty, I can't see the excitement, I can't feel the same way they are feeling, because I know this guy from my house. Like, most of the time he feels like he's good, but I don't think that he's that good. And I'm staring at him and I'm like, nah, he's not. And then one of them said something very, very thought-provoking. She said, if he was my brother, he would teach me all his dance moves. I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute. Wow. Yes, but he's my brother. Yeah. And then that day, it broke something in me. So I stared at them, and then I just chipped in a conversation. I said, yeah, he's my brother. And they said, no way. That was very interesting, because they were like, there is no way he is your brother. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, there's no way he's your brother. And I was like, okay. So when my brother was down, I made sure I led them to go and see him. And they were shocked that he was my brother. Since that day, there was this sense of respect and honor I got for my other brother, and it changed our relationship, because now I begin to see the value that I had as in a person that was associated in my life. So that's one of the things that familiarity does. It reduces the honor that you're supposed to place on the people that love you regardless, because they can't choose whether they want to be your siblings or not. It was just divinely orchestrated. Point number three, entitlement hinders responsibility. Most of the time, if we believe believe that we are own something, we stop working for it. So growing up, that was one of the things that I knew that I owned in the house, and that was food. Because in my house, there was just a basic principles: boys don't cook, girls cook. My sisters didn't love it, but it was a beautiful principle, because then I didn't have to cook. But however, I learned how to cook, yes, by the grace of God, because you live alone sometimes in university and then in high school. So interestingly, there were certain things that we used to do, especially when my mom was around, so that we could get maybe more food, more meat, stuff like that. Like, for instance, because I was born in an African setting, you'd sweep the house, you'd mop the house, and if you did something that was very, very nice, they would go like, okay, you received 2 meats today, because I did something that was nice. So I worked for it. I worked for what I felt like I was supposed to deserve when I was quite little. But growing up, it changed. All of a sudden, I became like a king. I didn't care anymore. Like, I didn't have to work for it. I just had to demand it. And it was getting very irritating, especially to my sisters, because then I'd wake up and go like, Charlie, I'm hungry. Where's the food? And anybody who would try to explain something to me, I would start getting angry, because I felt like I deserve to eat. You are supposed to cook for me. And because of that, I never even worked for anything that I actually thought I deserved. And some of these things, they break a lot of relationships, because sometimes we get hugged by our parents so much that when we don't get hugged anymore, instead of thinking about what went wrong and then how we could get back to the place where we get hugged, we go like, what? You used to hug me, you don't hug me anymore. That's on you. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, some of us, we even get like money from our parents. Like, our parents once in a while will send you something. My mom out today sends me money to get gas. That's interesting. Like, no matter where I am, when I say, mommy, please, I need money to get gas, she sends it to me. And I remember last time, like, I didn't have money for gas. I texted her. She was delaying so that I couldn't get the gas. Come and see your brother. I was mad to the core. When I went to pick it up, I said, listen, every time I'm coming to pick you up and you don't bring money for the gas. And she said something to me that shocked me. She said, every time I've been giving you food and you've not paid money for even one vegetable. I almost died. And that was when I realized that I've become so entitled. And in this particular generation, you see a lot of people going about like, I deserve that. Like, they didn't treat me well. You don't deserve nothing. Nobody is supposed to do nothing for you. You're supposed to work for everything. Therefore, you're supposed to be grateful for every little thing that is done for you. I hope you are getting something from this video, because I myself, man, I'm enjoying this video. Point number 4, familiarity lowers communication. What I mean by this is that sometimes we live with our siblings, we live with our parents so much that we begin to feel like I know what they are already going to say, or I know what they are already going to think about this particular thing. So we end up not even communicating anything to our siblings. Can you believe that? Like, sometimes we think inherently that like my sister should have known this already. Like my brother should have known this already. Do you know, sometimes I get literally angry when my siblings don't watch my channel. Because I'm like, guys, look, if you guys are not supporting me, then like, who is supporting me? Till I started doing this research about familiarity and then entitlement. Then I realized that no, I can't be sitting here expecting them to just know what to do. So what do I do now? I send them the videos and I ask them, can I please have feedback from you guys on what you think about the video? And interestingly, they are now becoming very interested. Some of them watch the channel and come back to me and tell me that I think this is nice. I think this is nice. I think you should change this. I think you should do this more. Why? Because I communicated with them. I didn't inherently think that they are supposed to know what to do. After all, we are siblings. Like, you don't know that you are supposed to support me. It doesn't work like that. Some of us are so familiar that we even think that like our parents should know that it's our birthday. Obviously, they gave birth to us. They should know that it's my birthday and they didn't wish me. You're just giving yourself an opportunity to get hit. Send them a message and say, Daddy, do you know that tomorrow is my birthday? He's like, yeah, I know tomorrow is your birthday. Just to bring about a communication. Just to bring a flow. So what do you want for your birthday? Oh, I want that, I want this, I want a car. Hey, Charlie, car. I can't get you a car. I'll get you this, I'll get you that. This is how you build a community. You have to put down the familiarity and start to treat your siblings like individuals who don't have anything to do with you, and they will only do it because they love you. Yeah, because you don't treat your friends like that. So why are you treating your siblings like that? Now, the last point I want you to pay a lot of attention to. And it's point number 5. And it's entitlement and familiarity cancels growth. Why do I say this? Because growth thrives on feedback, correction, and rebukes. Now, what entitlement and familiarity does is that it opposes feedback, correction, and rebuke. Exactly the opposite of growth. So as soon as somebody becomes entitled and familiar, what happens is that they are not ready to listen to you anymore. They tend to feel like any correction is an attack. They tend to feel like any sort of feedback is a rejection. Have you seen that particular sibling of yours that you don't want to talk to again because they feel that you are toxic? Because you always tell them what is right and what is true. You see, it's funny how we would prefer to listen to an outsider than our own sibling, because we have become so familiar to them and their ways that we think that there's nothing more that they can give us. So we go outside the family and be talking sometimes trash about our siblings. Let me tell you, one of the things that you should never do, I even learned this from my little sister. I asked her a question and I was like, if somebody told you that, let's take it like it's a romantic relationship, so the person says, my family members are not happy with our relationship, what would you do? She was like, I'll tell the person to be like, I'll tell the person, then go your way, let me go my way. And I said, why? She said, because at the end of the day, if the relationship doesn't work, you have to go back to your family. Now guess what? If you rejected your family and you went with a stranger and your relationship didn't work and you're coming back to us, pray that I am not in your family, because for me, I'd give you the fire before I give you the water. I would face you before I love you. Why? Because that is what correction does. Correction tells you the truth before we use our arms around you. However, every good family knows that in order to show you that we really love you, we are going to make sure that we speak some sense into your head. That's the best way to tell somebody that you love them, is to be honest to them. So don't ever go about speaking evil and dirty things about your siblings to outsiders, because the thing is that the only people who are ready to fight for you without even asking you what happened are your siblings, are your family members. They are ready to jump in front of a battle they don't even know how it got started. Now if these are the people you begin to fight, you are alone, and if you're alone, you're everybody's mates, man. Look, yeah, everybody's meat. Even lions have that sense. Even lions, they walk in groups. So come on, guys. Listen, don't let entitlement and familiarity steal the wonderful family that God has given to you. Now, to end this video, I want to say that if this video really opened your eyes and if this video helped you to really appreciate the people that are in your life and you want to do me a favor, all you have to do is nothing very, very out of this world. It's just to click on the subscribe button, leave me a thumbs up, and then leave a comment. Now, in the comment section, I know people think that they have to leave something fantabulous. No, you can leave a fire emoji. You can leave go on Gabby. You can leave anything. One of the best things that I want to know is that I want to know if you love the video. So don't forget, because I get a lot of people watching the video but not a lot of likes, which is kind of concerning. So just leave me a like and let's build this wonderful family together. My name is Gabriel Oppong-Mensah. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media handles. And on that note, see you on my next video. You just have to keep watching. Let's go.